Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. For today's video, I am going to be sharing my top 10 fragrances to wear on Valentine's Day. If you are new to my channel, welcome. My name is Amy. I do videos on fragrance, beauty, self-care, and body care. If you like that type of content, don't forget to subscribe to the channel before you leave today. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so that you're notified whenever I upload a new video. And if you are a returning subscriber, welcome back. How are you guys doing today? Thank you so much for being here, and I appreciate all of the love and the support. With that said, let's go ahead and let's get into today's video. Alright guys, so today we're going to be talking about my favorite fragrances to wear on Valentine's Day. These fragrances are going to be sexy, they're going to be romantic, they're going to be girly, flirty, just fragrances that I would want to wear around my husband if we were doing anything on Valentine's Day, if we were going on a date. I do have many other fragrances that I truly love, so it was very hard to just pick. But these were the first ones that kind of like popped into my mind. So I kind of just went along with that and just picked them out and sat to record this video. If you are interested in this makeup tutorial, this is the same look that I did for the video where I talked about fragrance mist, and many of you guys were asking me for a makeup tutorial. This is using the Huda Beauty Rose Quartz palette. So I did film that before this video, so that's going to be up on my channel. But let's go ahead and let's get into the fragrances for Valentine's Day. And please excuse my crazy hair. I had to put so much dry shampoo and I just curled it a little bit because it is literally like we're going on to day 4 or 5 of this hair. So it's wash day, it's super oily and just droopy. It's ready to get washed. So now let's go ahead and let's get into these fragrances. These fragrances are in no particular order. I'm just going to reach for them and talk about them and why I think that they would be great for Valentine's Day. So I'm going to start off, I'm going to be doing a little bit of cheating because this is supposed to be a top 10, but there is 2 fragrances where there's flankers, and I'm just going to be pretty much listing them together. So the first one that I would recommend for Valentine's Day, if you want to smell very girly, flirty, sexy, I always think of this fragrance for some reason as just a very sexy fragrance, but it's still fruity, fresh, and floral. And this is by Giorgio Armani, and this is Si Passion, and this is the intense version. And this fragrance is just so beautiful, especially if you are somewhere with cooler weather. To me, this smells like the most luxurious shampoo. Like you just washed your hair with the best smelling shampoo, you're super clean and you're moisturized, and you just took all the steps to just look your best. Like this is what this makes me think of. And my husband really loves this fragrance, and I just think that it's super sexy, but it's not too deep or too intense or anything like that. It's sexy in a very easy to wear type of way. Oh, this is just so good. The Si Passion, the original one, I really like that one in cooler weather, but I can't really wear it in the heat because of the pink pepper. But the intense version doesn't list any pink pepper, and I don't get anything in this one that bothers me in any way. It's just very fruity, really sexy, and I think that this one would be great for a Valentine's Day date, a dinner, just anything. You're going to smell really girly and just really sexy. And the other one that is in the same line, and it is a flanker, this one is Si Fiori, and unfortunately this one is discontinued, but I'm sure that you can still find it in discounted website and just different places that will still have this one for sale for a little bit. I did purchase this bigger bottle recently. This is the 1.7 fluid ounce, so I should be good for a while. This to me is just like a creamy, many people say that it reminds them of like a creamy strawberry milkshake. This doesn't have strawberry listed in the notes, but it does give off that vibe, like a very creamy strawberry smoothie type of vibe. Very girly, very sweet. And it's just really nice if you want to wear something a little bit more, it kind of gives off a little bit more like innocent vibes. So this one definitely gives off like more sexy vibes. And this one to me is more like innocent, girl next door. Maybe like a first date type of thing where you just don't want to be too provocative or anything like that. Or like if you're just going on a date where you're getting to know someone and you just want to have a little bit of fun, you want to smell girly, pretty, put together. This is a good one. And this one lasts a long time and it projects on me really good. It's a pretty intense type of fragrance. Another one that I consider sexy but still a little bit lighthearted at the same time. And this one is by Ralph Lauren, and this is Beyond Romance. And as you can see, the packaging kind of gives off the vibe that this is. It's a raspberry fragrance, but then as it dries down, it gets a little bit deeper, a little bit smoother. It just smells so nice. And again, this one is not necessarily if you want to give off that sexy vibe on Valentine's Day. This is like maybe if you're going on a date, or if you're just going somewhere that's very casual. It's a little bit playful, it's fun, it's flirty. It's like a perfect fragrance for if you're getting to know someone. I would say that this is just beautiful for Valentine's Day lunch or a brunch or just any type of day going out on Valentine's Day. I think that this would be perfect because it's not too much, it's not too sexy, but it is kind of flirty and just girly, sweet type of scent. Really, really nice one. All right, so if you want to smell a little bit more sexy, we're kind of going into sexier vibes, but still not full-blown sex bomb or anything like that. These two are really nice if you just want to smell classy, girly, just very put together if you're going for a dinner or anything like that. So the first one I'm going to talk about is Viktor and Rolf Flower Bomb Nectar. This is like the ultimate girly scent. When I first tried this fragrance, I really, really hated it. I didn't like it. And I don't know if it was that gunpowder note because I don't have any other fragrance with that note. But something about it, I just hated it so much. And then a few months passed by and I gave it another try. And now I really, really like it. And I see what people mean by the sweetness in this fragrance. And nectar is the perfect name because this just feels like a syrupy type of sweet, like a very thick, sweet fragrance. But it still has that grown-up, sexy woman vibes. It's not sweet to the point where it smells too cloying or too juvenile, anything like that. This is a grown woman who just likes to smell sweet. And then to go along with this one, I also am going to list the latest release from Viktor and Rolf, and this is Ruby Orchid, Flower Bomb Ruby Orchid. The packaging is just so beautiful, and this one has a little bit of a twist to it. It's very similar to Nectar. It's still very sweet, very thick and dense type of floral fragrance, but you're getting peach in this one, and I personally pick up the peach so nicely in it. Oh, honestly, I think that I might prefer this one a little bit more than the Nectar. They're both beautiful, but this one just gives such a smoother type of sweet vibe, and the vanilla in this one is just amazing. I love it so, so much. The Nectar to me still has a little bit of a spice to it, so it has a little bit more of a kick. This one definitely has a more sexier vibe, and this one has a more sweet, again, a little bit on the innocent side, but still sexy and still grown. So these two are beautiful. If you don't want to smell too young, too juvenile or anything like that, these two to me smell expensive. They smell sweet. They smell sexy. perfect for any Valentine's Day dates that you might have. Moving along, I'm going to talk about one that it's not everyone's favorite. It might be a little bit too strong to some people, but when I think of sexiness, this is one of those fragrances that I think it's very, very sexy, but then it's fresh at the same time. And this is by Valentino, and this is, I believe it's Donna Born in Roma Yellow Dream. And this has lemon, it has rose, and I believe it's musk. So it's a very simple fragrance. I think that it also has bourbon vanilla, which is not listed in the notes. But it just reminds me of Born in Roma. It just doesn't have so much pink pepper. The pink pepper in Born in Roma just drives me insane. I cannot handle that fragrance. But this one is just sexy girl in a bottle. This is like a baddie in a bottle. This is very sexy, very, I want to go out with my man and I want to drive him wild and I just want to be provocative all night. This is pretty much what this fragrance is. And I think that you can wear it during the day, but I feel like this is better for like evening time if you're gonna go out to a dinner. Maybe not something that's too formal or anything, but you still want to smell sexy. It's a little bit bright. The lemon in it gives it a bit of like a freshness, but then it's still very, very sexy. The musk in here this is grown woman sexy, and I really think that this is a beautiful one. If you go to Sephora and you get a chance to sniff it, it's not going to be everyone's cup of tea, I know that. But when it comes to sexiness, this one is so, so sexy. I feel like when a woman walks in with this, she kind of gives off like bossy vibes, but very sexy at the same time. I just really love this one. Beautiful. Next up, I'm going to talk about one of my all-time, I have so many memories with this fragrance. One that I know is not going to get recommended much because not many people talk about this fragrance. I think that it is the perfect combination of fresh, sexy. It's a little raunchy to me. I don't know why, but it just makes me feel this one just makes me feel like one of those fragrances, like I want to do some naughty things with my husband. Like we're alone, we don't have no kids. And even though this fragrance has been with me for family moments and a lot of memories, it's also been with me when I first got with my husband, and it just has a lot of really nice memories. And I think that it's a very sexy fragrance and just really nice for Valentine's Day for some reason. And this is Gucci Guilty. Not many people talk about this. I think that this version is discontinued, which is very unfortunate because this is just such a nice, unique fragrance in my opinion. And the bottle is just so stunning. I think it's beautiful. This one gives off fresh vibes, but then it's super sexy to me at the same time. This is the type of fragrance that you can pretty much wear for anything, and it's just going to blend in with whatever's going on. But there's something about it that just makes me feel super sexy, super confident. It just smells fun. It has a bit of like a unisex vibe to me. It's not super girly, so this one's not the type of fragrance that you smell and you think, oh, that's so feminine and girly. I don't get that from this one. I get more like baddie vibes from this one as well. I get very sexy vibes from this one. It's so good. And this one also has pink pepper, but the pink pepper in this one doesn't really bother me. And I love this one. It has like this spicy, fresh vibe to it. It's like a very fresh and cool type of fragrance. The packaging is perfect because it's almost like a metallic vibe that you get from this. There's no like edible notes in here. There's no sweetness. It's more of a fresh, spicy fragrance, and it is just super sexy to me. Okay, now moving on to one that my husband has just been loving so much recently, and I had to put this in here because the way that he went crazy for this fragrance, that's the type of vibe or effect that I want to go for Valentine's Day. So this is Lancome's La Nuit à la Folie. Here is the gorgeous bottle. This one is just sexy in a bottle again. Super sexy vanilla scent. This is so good. This is sweet, but there's spice in here at the same time. There's a little bit of a nuttiness in this fragrance. And this fragrance just changes a lot as it dries. So it opens up a certain way. You're going to get a little bit different vibes as it's drying down. And then the complete dry down, you can get nutty vibes, you can get sweet vibes. It kind of changes depending on, I don't know if it's the weather or what, but every time that I wear this fragrance, I kind of get like a different effect. But I do know that my husband just goes crazy over this fragrance. He says it's one of his favorite, which Ariana Grande's Cloud was his favorite for a really long time. But now that I've been collecting so many more fragrances, he kind of, I guess his nose is changing as well, because this is something that I did not think that he would like. And this is perfect for a nighttime date. I feel like it's very sensual, very feminine, sexy. It's deep in a way, it's rich. And I'm so excited for the new flanker that's going to come out, which has cherry and almond. I am just so anxious to try that one. But this one is just beautiful. It's stunning, sexy, sweet. It's like a mix of everything in one, but it is perfect for nighttime for Valentine's Day. I would not wear this during the day. I would wear this more for a dinner or to do something special at night. If you're going to be having like a close encounter type of thing with your date, you're going to be alone at nighttime, spray a little bit of this behind your neck, behind your ears. Just, you're going to be smelling irresistible with this fragrance. This one is really, really good. Now moving on to another one that drives me so crazy, and I feel like it is great for another like private Valentine's Day where you're close to your man, even if it's a dinner, but maybe afterwards you guys are just going to go hang out somewhere alone. This is Jean Paul Gaultier's Scandal by Night. And here is the gorgeous packaging. I mean, the bottle just says it all. This is pretty much just another very deep, provocative type of scent. This to me is so irresistible. I get the cherry in here, but then the cherry almost gives like an almond vibe. It's syrupy. It's kind of like a scent that if I smell it on someone, I just want to like eat them up. This is just one of those fragrances that is very intoxicating, very rich, very sexy. This is not something that I would wear during the day at all. This is just such a sexy, sexy fragrance. And it just makes me feel sexy. It puts you in that state of mind of just super, super sexy. I think this one is beautiful, but you have to be okay with that cherry type of syrupy vibe. It doesn't smell like cherry medicine to me, because there are certain fragrances that give off that vibe, like cough syrup type. No, I cannot do that and I hate it. This is just beautiful. It's done right, and it's just thick, it's sexy, goodness in a bottle. Next up, I'm going to talk about this one because it's just a very nice Valentine's Day date type of fragrance as well, and this is YSL Mon Paris Intense Mint. This one has rose, it has vanilla along with other fruits. It's girly to me and sexy at the same time. This one's again perfect for a dinner type of date. Yeah, this one is very juicy, very girly, but sexy and grown at the same time. This is just really, really nice for dinner, for maybe if you're gonna be on a movie date. Yeah, this one definitely has more of a fruity, juicy vibe to it, but then there's patchouli in here, which the patchouli in this one does not bother me like the patchouli in the original Mon Paris. So the patchouli in this one just adds sexiness to the fragrance and adds this element where it makes it feel grown. So if it wasn't for that patchouli, the fruits and the berries would probably be a little bit juvenile. And that patchouli just takes it to another level. It makes it grown, sexy, feminine. And it blends perfect with, I believe there's vanilla in this one if I'm not mistaken. And it's smooth. The rose is really nice in here. It's not too vintage or old fashioned or anything like that. So that's a really, really nice one. And then these last two fragrances are just the ultimate, just sexy but classy, cuddly fragrances. They are just very well-rounded fragrances. So you can be sexy with it, but you can also be cute, girly, feminine, soft. Just, they're beautiful. The first one, and these two I have added to my collection very recently, but they just scream Valentine's Day vibes to me. This one is Kilian Rolling in Love. And here is the beautiful packaging of this one. I am beyond obsessed with the packaging. It is just simple but sexy and beautiful, rich at the same time. Really, really nice. And this is for those almond lovers. Oh, this to me is so many things. But overall, I just feel like it's very classy. It's classy, but then it has a sexiness to it at the same time. And it also smells like a very romantic fragrance, something that you can wear with your husband. You want to cuddle, and the name Rolling in Love is perfect because I can literally picture a couple just rolling around, just hugging each other, lots of kisses, lots of cuddles. And this is just a perfect type of fragrance because it's not too in your face. Some fragrances might be a little too much for those close encounter type of dates. This one just makes you smell irresistible. There's a powderiness to it, a nuttiness. It's creamy, it's smooth, it's sweet, but not too sweet. What a beautiful, stunning fragrance. It is just the perfect close encounter type of fragrance, perfect for Valentine's Day. The last fragrance is very similar to Kilian Rolling in Love, but I feel like it has a bit of sweetness added. So it is just beautiful as well. And this is Jo Malone Scarlet Poppy. What a beautiful, beautiful fragrance. Another great one for Valentine's Day, for date night, or a date in the evening, dinner. Again, just spending quality time together. Close encounter type of fragrance. And this one just has like an added sweetness and vanilla to it. It's beautiful. It's perfect for Valentine's Day with your partner. I feel like it's romantic, it's soft, it's classy, it's just beautiful. So I did give a few sexy options, a few flirty and fun options. This one is just the very, like, you guys are just going to spend a lot of time together, very close to each other. This is perfect for that. So good. So that brings us to the end of today's video. Those are the fragrances that I recommend for Valentine's Day. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. What is your favorite fragrance to put on Valentine's Day? Or what is that fragrance that you want to get this year for that special day? And let me know, what are you guys doing for Valentine's Day? Do you have any plans? Thank you so much for being here with me. Give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and I will see you guys in my next video.